Welcome to InvestaTrend. Let's begin by importing your financial data. We'll need some end-of-day stock data and summary data for each stock ticker. For this, we'll use the FMP Data Downloader tool included with InvestaTrend. However, feel free to use any other data source you prefer. First, we need to obtain an API key from financialmodelingprep.com to use the downloader. I usually use the starter plan, which is sufficient for most needs. Open the FMP_data_downloader shortcut on your desktop. Enter your API key in the API key field. Next, enter how many stock tickers and ETFs you want to download data for. I recommend starting with 100 to 200 stock tickers and 100 ETFs. These will be selected starting from the highest market cap. Click the Download All button to begin downloading the data. This process can take a while, sometimes up to 24 hours, as it downloads portfolio data for each stock ticker and ETF one at a time, including market cap data. Once the download is complete, you can close the FMP Data Downloader. Next time, you can use the Download EOD Data button to update only the end-of-day data for the tickers and ETFs you've already downloaded. This will be much faster. Now, open InvestaTrend.exe by double-clicking the InvestaTrend shortcut on your desktop. Once opened, you'll see the main InvestaTrend window. Click Manage, then Import Price CSV Data. If you use the FMP Data Downloader, simply click the Reset to FMP Data Downloader button. If you used another data source, click the Select CSV Folder button and choose the folder where you saved your EOD CSV files. Be sure to select the date column, the correct date format, and the column with the adjusted price data. It's best to use adjusted price data for modeling, as it accounts for dividends and stock splits. Once you're ready, click Confirm to import the data. Now it's time to set your calculation preferences. Click Manage, then Calculation Preferences. First, select your Year Shift preference. This determines how many years back you want to use for trend calculations. For now, I'll use 0 years back, which means using all available data up to the most recent date. Next, choose whether to do an all-time calculation. Use this with caution, as it will compare stocks with different amounts of data, for example, 5 years versus 20 years, which may not be a fair comparison. If you use time ranges instead, it will only compare stocks with the same duration, or exclude stocks that don't have enough data. Finally, select your Time Ranges preference. These are the time ranges that will be used for trend calculations. Click Confirm when you're done. Now, click Manage, then Calculate, to begin trend calculations. If you don't have a valid license, you'll see a message letting you know you can only calculate up to 2 years of data at a time. Just click Yes to continue. This process can take a while, depending on how many stocks and how much data you have, so feel free to grab a coffee. Once the calculations are complete, you'll see a confirmation message. Just close it, and you're ready to start using InvestaTrend. Now that we have our calculated data, let's filter for ETFs as an example. Click on the EZcalc column header to filter for ETFs only. Next, sort by annualized return in descending order. You can now see the modeled percentage per year for each ETF. The software also ranks them for the selected time range among the visible ETFs. Feel free to explore further. For more tutorials on how to use InvestaTrend to analyze and track trends in the stock market, check out our YouTube channel. You can also access tutorials by clicking Help, then Tutorials in the app. Thank you for using InvestaTrend.